as I recall, by the year 2031, 2032, which is in a few years from now, the Euro-Canadian population in Toronto will be something like in the low 30s, like 31, 32%. Right now, they're below 50%. So within a few years, they're going to be not even 1/3. They're going to be below 30%, or I mean, just above 30%. So that's an incredible statistic. Another projection is that in Vancouver, only 2 out of 5 citizens of that city will be Euro-Canadian. So when you look at all the major cities and you see that within less than 2 decades, they're going to be close to just 1/3 or even below, then that's the demographic reality. And if you think you have seen everything now in terms of the continuous attacks on our history, the continuous attacks on prime ministers as racist, the taking down of statues, the fact that Canadian history is barely taught, you will be very surprised in a few years. There's going to be a complete revision of Canada's history, a celebration of people that are not Euro-Canadians, and a constant, continual condemnation of everything that is Euro-Canadian. Euro-Canadians, if you don't speak for your own history, for your own identity, no one will. And what they're saying is that it is almost illegal. It's almost unacceptable morally for you to speak well of your own history. And this just doesn't make any sense. So they want to put you in a corner. So you shut up and you don't say anything. And Euro-Canadians have to say, you know what? I have a sense of pride and a sense of dignity. I care for our past prime ministers. And for all their flaws, they were part of creating a nation that many other people want to come to. So let's be real. If Canada was so bad, if Euro-Canadians were so bad, how come so many people from the world would immediately come here more than they already are? If you invited them from all over the world, they will just jump in and come in. So it's all nonsense. I mean, if it's so bad, people wouldn't come. So how could the leftists and the establishment and the corporations be right to say that Canada was a bad nation, racist, and these guys are going to make it better? They wouldn't come here. So Euro-Canadians have to realize that other people are saying by coming here that your nation is great. Therefore, why don't they say, Euro-Canadians, yes, it is great. And you know what? We want to preserve it. We don't want to give it away. So I think this is important when you look at the demographic reality of Toronto, to be aware that the lower in numbers Euro-Canadians are in Canada, the more threatened they are going to be, and the more the attacks will increase, unless they stand up and speak with pride and dignity, because then people will respect them. Right now, they're going to say, oh, you're just a racist. But deep down, they actually respect you.
Yeah, excellent point. I just want to put this in context. In 1960, Professor Duchesne, Euro-Canadians comprised 97% of Canada's population. 97%. And if we continue, everyone, on this trajectory, as Professor Duchesne outlined, like in Toronto, before 2100, Euro-Canadians will be less than 20%. Visible ethnic minorities will be 80% of the population. So you could see the direction of the globalist agenda. It's completely undermining our country, turning us into a globalist village.